Zurückgeben is to give back.
Yeah.
Func- Funktionieren.
Funktionieren. Oh,
Funktionieren.
yeah.
To function.
Now, like,
To work.
now funktionieren, like normally, you use it in terms of like gadgets and all, but you don't have to. Like sometimes, let's
Yes.
say, sometimes I try to, like if I have a close, I'll say, like his brain is not working, sein Bein, like sein Gehirn
Mm.
funktioniert nicht. Sometimes I try to, like, again, I'm saying when you learn a verb, uh, try to see how many different ways you can use it. Okay, continue.
Okay. Sich or sich?
It's actually H, sorry, it's H and not ka. It's
Mm.
ha, sich.
Mm.
Yeah,
Sich kümmern.
yeah. So the
I
best way
don't
to
know
read it
meaning.
is like sich accusative, cumen etwas accusative. So it's like a reflexive verb. I'm not sure if you know, but we discussed this in one of the sessions. I think it's the second session of A2.
Yeah,
So
to
sich
take
kümmern,
care, to look
to
after.
take care, right? For example, ich kümmere mich meine Gesundheit. I take care of my health, right? Kannst du dich mein Kind kümmern? Can you take care of my kid? I'm going to like, somewhere. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Something like that. Okay. Your boss tells you like, Rohit, we have like, your boss is like, we have this problem. I'll say, yeah, ich kümmere mich darum. I will take care of that. Yes, Pooja, you have a question. You have raised your hand. You can ask. Okay. Looks like a mistake. Akash, you can continue reading. Sorry for disturbing you in between.
Lion?
Yeah.
No, I don't know meaning. Lion.
Okay, so the next 5 verbs, they all mean the same thing, but scenario context will change. You cannot use all of them in the same scenario. So leihen, ausleihen, sich dative, etwas accusative, von jemandem leihen, verleihen, entleihen, they all mean to borrow. Okay, they all mean to borrow.
Okay.
Now, when to use which one? To be honest, even I don't remember when to use which one, because leihen means to borrow, ausleihen also means to borrow. Sich dative, etwas accusative, von jemandem leihen is a very formal way of saying leihen. Okay, so you have lion, and this one is just a very, very, very better. It's a better way of saying lion.
Lion,
Entleihen, I can
lion
say,
also means
yeah.
lion also means to hire, I think.
No, it does not mean that. At least that's what I mean. Not to my knowledge. Maybe in some context, but not really. I have never seen someone use lion in as to hire. Okay, now as I said, in a lion and this sich dative, it was accusative. This are almost the same scenario. Entleihen, you will never use entleihen as it is. You will always use entleihen in past form. So you will see entleihen. You will see entleihen when if you have a subscription in some library in Germany, and if you go and see the book is not there, they will write entleihen or bereits entleihen. Already taken, already borrowed. Okay, so entleihen. What I'm saying is that even you see entleihen, you at least in my life I never saw someone using entleihen like coming out of their mouth. I only saw it in like library, like I want to get some book, but it's saying the book has already been borrowed in is bereits entliehen. Now difference between lion and ausleihen, one is sometimes let's say Rishabh has a car and I tell Rishabh, "Hey, Rishabh, can I borrow your car for a trip?" That's fine. But let's say Rishabh is not my friend. Rishabh is a agency owner who his agency lends cars. Like let's say you go from one city to another, and there you want to like rent a car from someone. That is also borrow, but you have to not borrow, but it's something like rent, right? So you borrow, but you have to pay money. So your homework is check which one is with money, which one is without money. So difference between lion and ausleihen is the factor of money comes into picture. Okay. Yeah. What I'm saying is lion and ausleihen, they both mean borrow, but with one you have to pay, with one you don't have to pay. Okay. Any questions? Otherwise, please continue reading from here. London. Akash.
Yeah, sure. London? I don't know. This also.
A flight takes off and then
Land. Okay,
yeah.
to land. Okay. Loslegen?
Yeah.
Ich weiß nicht.
Loslegen is a very informal way of saying like we have to start. Like yeah, lass uns loslegen. Like dann legen wir los. Like
Okay.
then we start. It's a very colloquial, but it's also formal. Sometimes we say dann legen wir los. Like sometimes you have a meeting, and at the end you somebody will say okay, we just you know what to do. Dann legen wir los. Okay. Yeah. Continue, please.
Okay. Uh, what is that? Duncan?
Yeah.
To fill
Yeah.
or
Yeah. What do you do at a
in
tungsten?
the
Like
gas
to fill your
station?
car. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wenden, weiß nicht.
If you don't have a car, how will you go to office? Public transport to commute.
Okay. To commute.
Yeah, but it
Pendeln.
need not be public. Sometimes people say like ich pendle jeden Tag. So you can like to commute via your car via public transport. Pendle means to commute. Yeah,
Okay. Verpassen
yeah.
is like to pass something. I don't know.
Let's say after this I would have a train to catch at 8:30, and I leave my home at 8:30. Of course, I will miss the train. So
Miss.
verpass. Yeah,
Okay. So fair pass and fair missing is different, right?
yeah. The context is different. I miss you.
Okay.
Ich vermisse. Like to miss someone. Verpassen is to like
Okay.
context is important. Yeah.
Okay. Dawen. Dawen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There are many kinds of movies. Some movies are for 3 hours, some movies are for 2 hours. I like movies, die dauern nur 2 Stunden. So, too last or too long.
Okay. We also ask sometime in the pizza shop, wie lange dauert das?
Correct.
When we
Yeah,
give the order, right?
correct.
Oh. Unterschreiben is signature.
Yes, to sign.
To sign. Borgen. No idea.
It's the same thing as this one, Lion, but it's a very don't say this in professional life. Borgen is a very, very informal way of to say, can I
To
like
borrow.
borrow? Yeah, yeah. Very informal, very
Okay.
informal. Yeah.
Okay. Pumpen is to pump.
But it's not I mean, so yes, you can use in terms of pump,
Pumpen.
but when you go to a gym, I can ask you like like do you go to gym, or I can say pumps tu, like do you go to gym. Pumpen is also means like like you pump your what I mean. Yeah,
Okay.
it can have many meanings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Besetzt.
Okay, bezets it need not it's actually it should not be here, it should be here because it's an adjective, but you can tell me what the meaning is. Bezets.
Engaged, occupied.
Yeah, occupied. Like I remember when I was doing my master's, I had a friend, he was very, like direct. So, he used to like libraries are always full. So we used to find some rooms, like lecture rooms. And then we used to go and sit there. We did not want anyone else to come. So he used to just take a piece of paper and write bezets and stick it on the door so that no one comes into. And that's how I remember this. I'm just giving you a story so that you remember this adjective, bezets, occupied. Yeah. Next one.
Bremsen.
Yeah.
No idea.
If the
Sorry.
car is going at very high speed and then you see that the signal, what do you have to do?
Brake. To brake.
Brake. To brake. Bremsen means to brake. Yeah.
Okay.
As you see here, Akash, you can continue reading the adjectives as well,
And yeah, entliehen
which I just told you.
is
It's
the
borrowed.
same. Borrowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vorwärts.
Yeah.
No idea. Vorwärts.
Uh,
And rückwärts.
Forwards is
Is
like
to wait.
forwards, rückwärts is backwards.
Okay, words. Okay.
Forwards, backwards. Okay. Karthikeyan, I think you should read these 5 phrases now. Karthikeyan, please start reading. He's not in the call. I think he's not. Akash, you can continue reading, no problem. You can continue reading, Akash. It's not a problem.
Yeah, sure. I just changed my screen.
Okay.
Mm. Gib Gas.
It's a phrase.
Uh,
Give gas means to give gas. You can use it in many different ways. Give gas, like let's say you are driving and I'm sitting on the next seat and you are driving very slow. I say, give gas, man, give gas. Like pump, like, give gas, like to give gas. Like you push the accelerator pedal, right? It can also mean, let's say, you are, let's say, sometimes when you are walking and one guy is walking very slow, like give gas. It can be used in a variety of ways. It means to just like whatever you are doing, do it faster. Yeah. For example, let's say you see the colleague is doing some job slowly, you say, give gas, man, give gas, like do it faster. Akso, meaning? It has no meaning,
means
to be honest. Yeah.
really or something like.
Yeah, and I see Akso in like in Akso, like really? Really? Something like that.
Mm.
Next one. Eine Panne haben.
Eine Pfanne haben. No, yeah.
Even I'm confused why did I write this, but if I can think, I think it has something to do with if you had too much to drink the last night, then whatever happens the next day, that is eine Panne haben. Like I think you have to check it. It's a phrase, it's an idiom. You have to check what it means. Yeah. Next one.
Im Stau stehen,
Yeah.
like stuck in the traffic.
Yes. Of course. Next one.
Verspätung haben, like to be late
Yeah. Like yeah,
or
to be delayed. Yeah. Announcement. Die Bahn hat Verspätung von bla bla Minute and so on. Right.
yeah.
Okay. Now, many of you may be wondering, like, I talk about like being very practical when it comes to learning German, and then I'm teaching you 4 different, like not 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more way to say borrow. I'm saying this because this slide is for me, not for you. So I have written the verbs that I think I use in daily life. Whether you use them or not, it's up to you. So if you're preparing for an exam, learn the vocabulary from the book of the examination authority. If you don't care to appear for the exam, don't have to appear for the exam, write your own verbs. Write about your day in English, then highlight the verbs, highlight the adjectives, and then learn the verbs. You don't have to write your entire day in one day. Write about, like 7th to 7:30. Then the next day write about 7:30 to 8. Okay. At least Monday to Friday lives are quite static. The same thing happen again and again. This is how you build your vocabulary. Okay. If you do it consistently for 6 months, you will have your own personal German vocabulary notebook. Any questions? If there are no more questions, I thank you all for joining. Yeah, we will see each other on Thursday. Please do the revise whatever we discussed about the verb werden. We might do exercises on them about the verb werden and about the prepositions that we learned today. Okay. Please keep learning vocabulary. Grammar anybody can teach you. Vocabulary you have to learn. Nobody can teach you. Okay. Grammar you can learn within a week. Vocabulary takes 6 months to learn. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you have a nice start in the week. We'll see each other on Thursday. I will count from 10 to 1 and then I will end the call if you have no more questions. 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much. Ciao.